Hey everybody, Shannon with AMRA, and the video we're going to show you today is something that we're actually quite proud of, and it's something that we partnered with the GPAA. Kevin Hoagland came all the way from Arizona, and the Delta Gold Diggers, specifically Robert Guardiola and his folks down at the Delta Gold Diggers GPAA Gold Club out of Stockton, as well as AMRA staff members, AMRA members, and let me tell you what we did is, as you know, most of us are pretty frustrated with over-regulation and bonds and plans of operations and all these different things. And what we did is we found a piece of property that was on public lands, and it was just trashed. A gentleman had put up a bond on this well over 10 years ago, probably more like 15 years ago, and he hauled this piece of crap travel trailer down there, an 18-footer, left it, and then the government is supposed to come along, the Bureau of Land Management, BLM, is supposed to come along and use that money to go in and clean up this site, and they just didn't think that they could feasibly do that. We called Mike, who is the geologist with BLM, really good guy. He's a guy we've worked with for a couple of years. He came down and we went and looked at this thing, and he thought, well, gosh, there's no way that the government can even get their vehicles in here. So the trash site sat there for years and years and years. Really close by there was another trash site. So what we decided to do collectively with the GPAA, Delta, and AMRA is do kind of a peaceful protest and just go clean it up ourselves. So we had one of our staff members bring a great big dump trailer, and we parked him up on top of the mountain, and we borrowed a buddy's backhoe, and we went down and we cleaned up this entire place, all the trash, everything, and restored it back to its natural site. So that's what this video is about. Guys, I encourage you to go out and do something like this. Get some friends together, get your club together, and go clean up these things. We need to dispel that image that the opposition to small mining has created, that we're all knuckle-dragging, cousin-loving, backwoods idiots that just trash the lands. And nothing could be further from the truth. We care as much for the lands as the environmentalists do. And this video proves that. So let's show you what we did. Anyway, we got about a 20-minute drive to get this thing down there, and then we'll clean this mess up. It needs to be done. So guys, we're here with Mike with the BLM, and what's your title, Mike?
Geologist.
So this is, and I want to say this not because he's standing next to me, but Mike is the epitome of really what we would like to see the people that we deal with in the Bureau of Land Management, what that relationship should be like, and that's working together, and that's exactly what we're doing here. We've known each other for what? A couple of years now, I guess. But anyway, so here's that piece of poop, and we're getting ready to haul this out, but we just wanted to ask him, and not put him on the spot, is what does this kind of mean to the BLM that we're doing this with volunteers and it's not costing the government or the taxpayers any money?
Right, yeah. So our normal process is lots of paperwork and lots of time goes by, and then eventually something happens, and then somebody can get permission. Okay, we can do this. Now you're contracted and qualified as a federal vendor. Depending on how much.
So you guys would have to hire somebody to come
totally,
in?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's the point of the bond. That's the point of the bond.
What does it cost to hire somebody?
To come in and clean it out. And now this bond, if it were just back in hook up and drag it out, then the bond probably would cover the cleanup. But it's a mess. This thing is destroyed. You can't. Well, you've got video of what you had to do to turn it around and get it out there. All of everything you're doing, there's no way the bond would cover that.
So what we'll do is we're going to show you a whole overview of the area that everybody has cleaned up, and there's nothing left on the ground. It's actually just a few pieces of wood which will actually be reclaimed by Mother Nature. Wood rots. But anyway, this is where the trailer was and where all the trash and all that garbage and stuff that you guys saw, that's in the trailer. We're backing one other truck down right now. We'll load up all of this stuff and we're gonna get out of here. We'll go up to the upper spot, tear the trailer apart. We'll clean up that second dump that we've got up there, Kevin, and we're good to go. I just, from AMRA and our staff here, I just wanted to say thank you very much for coming, and that really means a lot, and I mean that sincerely. Everybody but Robert, of course. We're pretty cool with all of you. And I'm really glad you came.
Yeah, and from the standpoint of the GPAA, you know, we talked about this at the very, very beginning of doing something and having this type of cleanup that would involve GPAA chapter members, AMRA members, and so on like that. And of course, having a federal officer, a federal official out to let them see that we are self-regulating. We do take care of what we do. And from the standpoint of the GPAA, I was just sharing this a little while ago, that this is, to me, is one of the greatest successes I've seen in the last 15 to 20 years. And that was, you know, the old one was cleaning up some Peralta stuff in Arizona. So, Mike, to you, as the main guy from the BLM that's out here with us today, we have a chapter system all across the United States, and dealing with the BLM, you've got to have connections in other states and other districts and so on like that. If I'm going to make sure that you have my card. If there's things like this that need to be done, where the BLM doesn't have the resources, or they just don't have the manpower, or what we've done here today, I expect my phone to ring. And I'll reach out to the locals and take care of that, and then we'll work with the local chapters along with AMRA, because, you know, AMRA members and GPA members are mostly one and the same. Mm-hmm. So I can see us doing this in a lot of different areas, and I'm more than happy to. We have a 50,000 member, upwards of 50,000 member marching army that are willing to come out and do what we've done today. We just need the opportunity.
But literally, I'd like to thank you, Shannon. I mean, you know, we've worked on other projects together, and I think this is one of our biggest yet. And I'm proud to be working with you and your organization, AMRA. It's a great team. Mike, thank you for the opportunity. You know, I think you see here we have, you know, if you come up with another site that you need, or we come up with another site, I think we need to get on it.
We'll get you out of the office.
Do that. Thank you.
Hey, I just hope that by the time it's all said and done, not only you, but your counterparts across the BLM, anything that you have like this are just nothing but completed line items, completed by volunteers. Love it if you put in AMRA and GPA on the back side of that. But we all just, you know, Delta Gold Diggers or whatever chapter, that we just become, you know, just that line item on a project completed with a volunteer force of miners.
Well, guys, now it's Sunday. We had to come back down, and there was a lot more trash, so we've hauled two 24-foot dump trailers of trash out of this canyon in 2 days. And anyway, here's the final result. We're done. You can see everything else has been cleaned up where Connie's at there. There's not a speck of trash on the ground. So anyway, also awesome job by Delta, the GPAA, and AMRA. And this is what we're all about. So that's an awesome thing.